Hi guys, Random here, back with a bit more World of Warships. I'd like to welcome you to a very long overdue addition to my port. This is the Gremyashchy. Now, I started playing this game, if we have a look at the profile, on the 26th of June 2015. Okay? It's a long time ago. Yeah, definitely a long time ago. 3.5 years. And when I started playing the game, there were, how can I do this? There were one of them. There was, no, not one of them. One of them. So, there's one there, and one there. And then they were one of them, and one of them. So let's narrow it down a little bit. Should make them a little bit easier to find. Back then, there was this. The Abari. Now, the Abari was interesting. Tier 4 cruiser. Got some torpedoes. Pretty narrow firing arc, but yeah, they were alright. But it had something special about it. Defensive AA. On a tier 4 cruiser. Now back then there were quite a few aircraft carriers about, and you would see them quite a lot. So having defensive fire on your cruiser was a good thing. And that made the Abari a little bit special. It also had this aiming system mod 0, which basically turns the guns into lasers. Okay, you just don't have dispersion. They go where you shoot. So it actually made this thing quite good fun to play. Then it got power creep beyond belief. Bit of a shame, really. You can still pick it up time to time in the shop. I think it's actually in the arsenal for coal, and it isn't a bad boat. It isn't a bad boat, but it's nowhere near as strong as it used to be. Although that might change with the carrier rework, given that you've got this defensive AA. It'd be interesting to see what they're going to do with that. Next up, we had this thing, the Sims. Tier 7 American Destroyer. Now, I got the Abari and the Sims. I liked the look of them, I liked the look of the way they played, and I picked those two up. I very quickly realised that at Tier 7 I was not quite there yet, and that maybe I should spend a bit more time down at the lower tiers and learn my trade, so to speak. So then I thought to myself, well, what about the other one that was on sale? Yeah, the old Russian boat, the Gremyashchy. But they'd stopped selling it. Yeah. Now, the Gremyashchy was considered overpowered back then. And with the mechanic in the game at the time that gave you the ability to stealth fire, how can I explain this for those that don't know? Right, I want you to imagine the ship on the minimap, and then you've got your detectability circle around it, and then you've got your firing range around the outside of that, yeah? When you fire your guns in the game now, detectability expands all the way out to your firing range. What it used to do was expand by a percentage depending on the calibre of the gun. So depending on what size gun you had mounted to your ship would depend on how far away you were detectable. Now with little small guns, that meant it didn't always get to the outside of your firing range. So your detectability was still smaller than your firing range. You could sit on the edge of your firing range and go pew 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 and nobody could see you. One of the things that made the Low Yang very good, actually, when it came out, was the ability to do that. You had about 1.5 kilometres buffer, if you like, that you could sit within and just shoot the enemy. They decided that this wasn't fun or fair. And, yeah, I think I probably agree with them, actually. It's not a lot of fun to get shot by a ship you can't see. Just look at World of Tanks. So, they took this thing out the game. And I missed out on getting it. So I thought to myself, well, do you know what, Random? January's been a bit crap so far. Treat yourself. You could do with some more dragon flags and things. So I'm running a bit low on dragon flags, as you can see. So I thought, do you know what? I'll get myself one of those 5 container sets. Like the expensive ones, the big ones, because they come with dragon flags. And I thought, yeah, maybe I'll get some dragon flags. So I hit the button, went to the shop, purchased a pack of 5 of the, I don't know, whatever they call them, huge Santa crates or whatever it was. Came back into the game, clicked the old button, you know, the old container button. And it was sitting at 0 at the time because it hadn't quite caught up. So I went in here, like that. And then all of a sudden a super container appeared. And I went, oh, marvellous, super container. And I got the little message pop up that I'd had some containers added. So I clicked the button, like you do. And lo and behold, the Gremyashchy. I was on TeamSpeak at the time, and the poor chap that was on TeamSpeak with me, yeah, I think he heard some swearing. There was some choice language from me. All positive. I wasn't disappointed. I was very happy. And it's now in my port. So yeah, Gremyashchy. With, I know that's Russian, but doesn't that look like premium? Doesn't it? Yeah. Coincidence? You decide. Right, well, let's have a look at this little Russian beastie, shall we? Essentially, it is a Nevny class destroyer, which we can see if we just nip into the old Russian destroyers here. So if we have a look at the Nevny, you look at the lines of it, you know, the shape of the funnel, everything, even the fire control bits on there. It is the same ship. Yeah. Certainly isn't the Tier 5 Podvoisky. Different funnels, different fire control mechanism. What else they got Tier 5? They've got the Ohotnik. Yeah, I don't know what that is. It's got a lot of guns, a lot of torpedoes. It's the LOL boat. And then you have, yeah, the Nevny. I think the Minsk as well was kind of, no, different. Leningrad, maybe. Different. So it is basically the Grem. Yeah, the Nevny. Interesting. So, what should we do? I suppose we should compare it against that. Survivability, 13,100. On the Nevny, 14,100. So, it's a tier higher. Artillery, 4 single 130 mounts, or 11.9 kilometre range. 4 single 130 mounts, 11.9 kilometre range. Damage on these, 2,500, 1,900, 8%. 2,500, 1,900... 9%. Okay, interesting. So you get same damage as a tier 6 boat and an extra percentage on your fire chance. Torpedoes, yes, unusually for a Russian destroyer, it actually has some that are any good. 8 kilometre range on these, 55 knots, 2 triple mount 533s. They reload in just over a minute. 69 seconds. 14,400 damage. But it's that 8 kilometre range and the 1.1 kilometre detectability. Let's have a look at the Nebny. 4 kilometre range. Faster, 70 knots, granted. 1.4 kilometre detectability, 15,100 max damage. And a 76 second reload. Okay. AA defense, 16. Not even worth looking at the numbers. 16. Yeah, it's terrible. We've got some machine guns on deck. Manoeuvrability, 37 knots, 550 metre turning circle, 2.7 second rudder shift. 38 knots. Really? 550 to 610. Wow. Yeah, 4.4 second rudder shift. Have we got the bits on this? Do we have the modules on here? No, we don't. Okay. So we could improve the rudder shift. Can't improve any of the other stats there without maybe a speed flag or something. Concealment, 7 kilometres. Matey boy here does not have concealment expert. This is a tier 6 boat, so you can't fit in the module, so you can get that down to 6.3. Which isn't terrible. It isn't terrible. And what about this guy, 6.1? Well. The Gremyashchy. I think that this harks from a time in the game where destroyers were a little bit more sneaky, and yeah, there was some adjustments made over the years, definitely. So let's take her into a battle, and we'll see what all the fuss is about. She's a good ship. She's a good ship. You know, the Nebny is a lovely ship to play, and in fact used to be at tier 5. So it kind of makes sense that this was at tier 5. But it looks like the Nebny got pushed up a tier, given a little tiny slither of health, and then all the other stats were like, meh. Either left alone or maybe slightly tweaked. But this comes from a time in the game where I don't want to say Russian bias, because that wouldn't be fair. Maybe that there were some interesting design decisions concerning premium ships. Imperator Nikolai, I'm looking at you. So yeah. Also interesting that the Murmansk is considerably better than the American ship that it's based on. Yeah. Coincidence? I don't know. You decide. Tavarish. So, we're pretty much... Oh look, there is a Murmansk in the match. Yeah. Interesting. The Phoenix, I think. This thing. Or was it the other one? Tier 5. Omaha, that's it. Yeah, basically the same ship. The Americans did a Lend-Lease thing, gave it to the Russians, they turned it into Murmansk instead of the Omaha. And when they went to hand it back, they had to condemn the ship, because it was full of rats and all sorts of nasties. So I'm not entirely sure what they were doing on there, but it wasn't cleaning. So we're tromping along here with our little companion TW3000 in his Clemmy. Good boat, the Clemmy, actually. I like the Clemson. And Clemmy and Gremmy go to sea. Yeah. There are my torpedoes, all torpedoed up. Got a chance for some decent XP here, because tier 5 ships. Not too many tier 4s, so could do alright. Well, I'm spotted. Oh, that'll be by the Clemmy. Stop spotting me, Clemmy. Go away. Nobody likes you. If I fire my Russian guns at you, Clemson, you will absolutely die. If I can get them turned around. Right. Here we go. Enjoy this from the shipyards of Mother Russia.
Torpedoes to port.
Yeah, you're not going to need to. Not going to need to fire your torps at them. Your guns are pretty good. Looks like the Clemmy just torped. So I need to turn away because those torpedoes are coming in. Got the old Murmansk there. Yeah, maybe line up the torp for him, but that Clemmy's coming back. That'd be rough justice, wouldn't it, if he got sunk by a friendly. What's he doing there? Is he ramming?
Torpedoes to port.
I don't know what he's doing there, actually. Still, we'll fire the guns. Fire all the guns. Oh. Hit all the islands. Let's smoke up then, shall we? So we don't get shot at. There we go. You're down.
We destroyed their destroyer.
Next customer. Oh, that Danny's coming in, isn't he?
Torpedoes to port. Smoke screens.
Hello, Mr. Danny. Let's give you a little bit of torpy love. Let's try not to hit the island. Boom!
We sank an enemy cruiser.
Yes, yes we did. Well, I was waiting for that Murmansk to come around the corner, but
Has taken the lead.
somebody killed him. Unfortunate for him. Right, Oktoberskaya Revolucja. Let's shoot you. You see my torpedoes just sailing past him there? That's fine, because they're back up in 15 seconds, so... This is quite a strong little boat. Well, there go the airdrop ones. So, yeah. Very sorry there, my
Engine boost activated.
Russian friend, but yeah, you must have spilt my vodka or something, because I'm shooting you. Oh yes, I am. In fact, sometimes it's even worth dropping to the AP, going for the belt armour, and seeing what we can get.
Torpedoes.
Not great, but
Torpedoes direct front.
right. Start spreading the points. This bloke is an utter numpty, isn't he? Wow. He's determined to kill his own team. What a donkey. Oh, get out of my way, you plonker.
Torpedoes to starboard.
Yeah, well. Another one bites the dust. So, I mean, he's got 4 kills, that idiot, but at the expense of battling his own team. Wow. Dude, really? Look. There's the old bogey. We should just sail down here. And I might as well put the HE back in the barrels, because I don't think my armour piercing is going to do a great deal over that distance. So, yeah, there we go. Get a little bit of damage in. Might even get a fire, you never know. The bog's such a big, slow thing that it's hard not to hit it. All the XP comes in handy, especially when you're looking at and there we go, Citadel, nice. The Alaska, or whatever it is that's coming up. So, not bad. I must have bumped someone. Oh, one more stop. Lovely. Marvellous. And what economy, Russia. Well, 28,958 damage, 82 main battery hits, 1 torp hit, 1 plane shot down, 2 incapacitations, 2 boats sunk, 1 fire, 1 flood, 1 citadel, 1 spotted ribbon, 74,511 credits, 11,000... No, 11,000, that'd be good, wouldn't it? 1,128 XP, 123 XP. And there we are, top of the tree. This bloke, I'm sorry, I don't normally do this, but you are a complete numpty. And I would actually really quite like you to get like a, I don't know, a day's ban or something, so you think about what it is you're doing. Yeah, I just bumped into him. No, sorry, Daddy. You're a tank, though. Look, it says so there, so you can take it. Yeah, there's the numbers. And take home 65,664. That's not bad. And 1161 for Commander XP. Yeah, okay. But you can see how strong this boat is. You know, I mean, you're at tier 5. Don't forget that you're at tier 5, and this plays pretty much like the Anshan at tier 6. Which again, some may say is a little bit stronger than the Nevny, given the torpedoes. So, yeah. Do I think it's overpowered? No. I think everything that's power crept on, and from where it was at the time to where it is now, no, I don't think it's overpowered. I really don't. It's a strong ship. But it's not, if you have one, you're going to win the game strong. It's like a, I don't know, a slightly down-tiered Nevny, which has got better torps. You know, a few little tweaks in the stats, but I actually don't think she's that strong, as compared to where she was. Let me know your thoughts. What do you think? You got the Gremmy? You're one of those lucky few. If you haven't, you probably played the Nevny or the Anshan. Very similar playstyle. Very similar playstyle. Just got a bit more reach with this than you do with the other two. So, yeah. Interesting. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, guys. You know what to do. If you're new at the channel, then why not subscribe? If you enjoyed the video, then the old like button loves a tickle. But I think that's quite enough from me for now. So, thank you ever so much for watching, guys. But for now, it's Captain Random, signing off. Take care, and I'll see you again in the next one.